Hey y'all, Sprinkle Sprinkle. I am back. So I wanted to talk about a lot of the comments that people are making because I talked about curly hair, whatever. This is not a hair channel, okay? This is not a hair channel. And I will tell you straight up, I get way more compliments. I get way better treatment. I get way more money and noticed when I'm wearing my hair straight or some type of wig. Point blank, period. I am wearing my hair curly because I have to make a public service announcement because people get everything out of context. I'm wearing my hair curly because I'm sweating outside playing pickleball daily. I have to wash my hair several times. I could literally put on a wig if I wanted to. I already have the bag. I've been had the bag for 20 plus years. I can wear my hair however I choose. I can do whatever I want with my hair. When I tell ladies, if you're out freestyling, it is best to appeal universally so you can get the bag quick and fast. If you want to hold out to see who likes your hair the way you like your hair, then do so. Do what works for you. Okay? Do what works for you. And I always tell people, half of the people that you worship, half of the people that are world famous, and their hair is very curly and very natural, but they don't wear it in that state because they want universal appeal. And when I say universal appeal, I mean universal money. Uh-oh, Crystal, thanks for being a member. Universal money. Universal money. If I want higher ratings, if I want more clicks on my video, I'll put a straight wig on. If I want higher ratings on my YouTube, I'll put a picture on the thumbnail on the channel with straight hair. Okay. I'm going to get more clicks because it's more universal. It may not be politically correct, which is why they have laws to not discriminate against hiring someone because of their hair. They had to literally make a law because people's minds are the way that they are. Thank you, Esther. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So I'm not telling you what's politically correct. I'm telling you what's universally profitable, fastest. Okay. I'm not here for your feelings. I'm not here for being politically correct. I'm here to tell you what works quick, fast, and in a hurry and how to get the bag fast and then do whatever you want. Okay. So I don't argue about hair. This is not a hair channel. Whatever hair is getting you the bag, wear it, man. Wear it, sir. Whatever hair is getting you the bag in several directions, get it. Because I'm here to tell you today, I'm just going to say it straight out. I wouldn't have come this far. Let me say it again. I wouldn't have come this far if this was my hair on every video. Now, I love my own curly hair. I wear it a lot. I snatch my wig off as soon as I get off a video sometimes. Sometimes I put it on to look extra polished and put together when I have to go to somewhere that's, I want to be treated like I want to be treated. It doesn't matter. I have options. Always have, always will. Okay? This is not a hair channel. This is a get the bag channel. Whatever hair is getting you the bag, that's what you go for. If you could get several bags at the same time, do it. Because we all know that a lot of these celebrities out here wouldn't be as famous as they were or are if they were their hair in their natural state. We all know it. Let's just get past it and do what's best for our pockets. Let's do what's best universally for our pockets. And then you can snatch the wig whenever you have the bag secured and you could put the wig back on, or you could straighten your hair, or you could do whatever you got to do. Even women that don't have to worry about hair texture, curls, or anything, they know about hair color. There are certain hair colors that get more attention and get more money. And so that's why they're always in the salon getting root touch-ups, getting highlights, and et cetera, buying extensions. So you can't just be mad because someone doesn't find you universally appealing and want to approach you. You gotta get strategy in this game. And the strategy in this game is to have options, to be able to wear the hat or the wig that needs to be worn to get this money. And then you take it off once you got the money, once you don't need to wear it, or whenever you feel like wearing it, whenever you want to get a certain type of attention, throw it on. Whenever you don't care, whenever you're out doing your sports or whatever, and not trying to appeal to anybody, do what you want. It's never about the hair. It's always about the back. And people get so offended when people talk about hair because it is a sensitive subject. I understand they have to put laws in place because people are so sensitive about their hair because there's a stigma with it. And I understand. Okay. The best thing to do is understand that no one cares. It is not going to help you get the bag unless it does help you get the bag. And therefore, do what gets you the bag personally. You get it? So, and I always use like mega stars and like public figures as an example because you know it's the truth. Their image has to be universal to get universal appeal, period. So, and you can't get offended. You just have to understand the game and the logic behind it. Get the emotions out of it and get the mind into it and get this money. You can be emotionally upset. You can have some type of feeling, feel some type of way. But does your bank account look good? Okay, because there's no use in being sad and upset and mad and still ain't got nothing in that bank account or enough. You might as well do what you got to do. Wear your hair how you want to wear it. Snatch the wig, put the wig on, do what you got to do. Color your roots, color your hair, straighten it out, whatever. Get a blow dry, whatever. Whatever you're doing to keep that bag coming steadily, that's what you do. Okay. Now, there's always going to be some women that are going to say, well, I attracted this type of man with my hair. But are you married to him? Do you got the bag? Is you on the wheel? Is you on the insurance? If you can check all those things off, great. People will date you. People will do this with that. But are they going to include you in their family and their will? Are you going to be on their property? Are you going to be on their deed? There's a difference. Okay. So got to do what you got to do. For me, like this hairstyle, this is just my wash and go. This is what I do when I don't feel like doing anything to my hair. And this is what I look like in my natural state. Okay. But when I put the wigs on, when I do the photo shoots, when I have the, the camera angle working and I have that laid look or my hair straightened, it gets 10 times more views and clicks than I do with my curly hair. Only women like curly hair or natural hairstyles, mostly. I'm going to say mostly because y'all take everything out of context. Because women like hairstyles that are less for the male gaze, more for the DNA, more for the easy hair care, more for the low maintenance, okay? Because they have so much on their plate. And that's the truth. My hair looks cute to most women, but men don't see the same thing. And I don't do this for the male gaze. I do it for the male money. I do it for the male attention that's going to get them clicks, that's going to get me money in my bank account so that I can do a lot of things in my life, and so I could leave more to my children who have natural hair and maybe get their hair straightened a couple times a year. And, the funny thing is, when they do, they get way more attention, way more friendships, all of that, because it's a universal appeal. It is not politically correct, but it is what it is. Okay. And it's sad that I have to make this video because so many people are emotionally attached to a stigma that's not getting them any money. Okay. And it's the same thing. You got to get out of having your feelings hurt and feeling all types of ways about something that nobody cares about. And that's just the truth. Y'all want me to be real? I am always going to be real with you. It's the ugly truth that has to be understood. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to agree with it. You just need to know how to use it for strategy to get your money. Okay. Not everything in strategy is going to be something that you approve of, but it is something that will work for you. Okay. It will always work for you if you take your emotions out of it, if you understand how to use it, if you understand the information and not just feeling the emotions behind a stigma. Okay. You got to use what works for you. You got to use what gets you the bag. Because let me tell you, one day you look up and you're going to be like, what was I arguing for that whole time? What was I against this whole time when I could have been, you done grabbed the bag, secured it, retired, and then done whatever I wanted to do. Well, what are you fighting for? Okay. The whole point of having money is actual freedom. The whole entire point of getting the bag and whatever is used to secure the bag is absolute freedom after the fact. You could do whatever you want. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And it has nothing to do with any of it. We already know what's going to get the bag. We already know. I see, and we're talking about hair on this particular video because I see so many beautiful women out there, all shapes, sizes, colors, and hair textures. But I notice the ones that people do a double take for, you know, they get the most attention. And I'm so glad to see a lot of women taking better care of themselves, doing their hair, wearing their wigs, wearing their extensions, whatever, sew-ins, or their hair in their natural state or whatever. As long as you're confident in whatever you're looking like and you're securing the bag and that's working for you, then keep going, man. There's no sense of having a hairstyle that's continuously giving you more and more money and then changing it up and not receiving, you know, hardly anything anymore. People understand this. So you got to make sure you understand yourself, what works for you the best and what continues to bring you the bag. I don't care what your hair looks like. I could care less. But is it bringing you the bag? That's what I care about. I care about, are you getting the most that you could be getting, ma'am? Are you getting the most attention that you could be getting? Are you getting the most options that you could be getting? Are you using this strategy the correct way? Or are you on the defense because of emotional triggers? That's what I'm asking. You got to make sure that you're in about the money. Uh-oh, Miss Sprinkle Sprinkle, would you say your advice goes between? It goes for anybody who can apply the advice. My advice is for anyone who can apply it. It doesn't matter. I don't sit up here and specifically say my advice is only for this group of people. I say my advice is for anyone who can apply it successfully and learn and get a bag from it. Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to listen to people. I don't care who they're actually talking to. If there's a group, I don't really put people in groups to give information to. I'm just going to say whatever I need to say, and whoever needs to hear it will hear it. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Always just listen and stop worrying about if the message is for you. If you heard it and it made sense, it's for you. If you heard it and can apply it and benefit from it, then it's for you. Everybody always wants to put someone in a category, but you can't put people in a category because they're always going to climb out of that box, especially if they're not a follower. Okay. They're just going to be a strategist and they're going to use the best strategy to get the most out of what they're doing. That's all you got to know. You said, I'm very experienced at this. I am. I've been around a long time, seen a lot of people, seen a lot of relationships through friends, family, acquaintances. And I always see, I understand it. Okay. I've been through it. I understand it. I understand what I can attract looking this way and what I can attract looking another way. I understand the difference in the tax brackets in which I attract and I understand that not everybody is going to be the same. And I understand that you need to do what works best for you. I'm just saying what works universally faster. Okay. So get out of your feelings. Go touch some grass and get your money, because a lot of people are focused on the wrong thing. I'm out here enjoying my life, doing the most, and people are worried about what someone put on a TikTok or a reel from videos from years ago, and they're going to get all upset and puffed up and mad about it. Then if it's a trigger to you, then maybe you need to look into that. Literally. I realize when things affect you emotionally, it's a trigger to you, and you need to go figure out why it's a trigger to you. Why are you getting upset about that? What is the real cause behind it all? Okay. They're not real. People aren't pressing. They're just making snide comments. I thought you said curly hair was an it. And I said it wasn't going to attract universally and fast. I didn't say you can't wear curly hair. I'm just saying if you're trying to get the bag quick, fast, in a hurry and want universal appeal, do what is universally most appealing. I mean, that's common sense. That's math. So if you're going to be upset when I give out information that could help you, this is why a lot of people just say, do whatever you want and good luck to you, you know, because that's why. If people are going to be like, you know, just do what works best for you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said people need to touch grass. I know, right? Uh-huh. And I don't want to have to go into like the psychology of it all and why this and why that. I'll just say if you just sit and ponder and think about something, why they have to make a law to not discriminate due to hair for employment, you should understand what other people are thinking at the same time. That's not in charge of giving you a job. You know what I'm saying? And it's the harsh reality that we live in that we can't ignore. But if we have strategy and knowledge, we can literally make it work for us instead of against us. And a lot of people don't realize this. Some people don't want to hire a woman because their hair is a different color or a length that's not, you know, attractive. And so they'll hire somebody with a longer hair or a different hair color or a different hair texture or a different hairstyle. This goes for all races, not just one. So just learn and use the wisdom and the knowledge to get more instead of being upset, because that doesn't bring you any money. Okay? You gotta go for what makes sense and what gives you money, not what makes you upset and triggered. And let's go into it more economically. Let's go into it more economically. And this is not politically correct, but it's just the truth. So people that own a lot of things, people that own land, people that own businesses, people that own large corporations, people that own a lot of stuff and have a lot of wealth, people want to be more associated with wealth, let's get this straight, than with people that don't have anything. This is why the law had to be put in place. This is why a lot of people go for what is universally appealing, because it also speaks of who owns everything. Until people can own more and opulence looks a different way, that's what's going to be attractive. It's not anything to do with, oh, what do you prefer? It's psychologically embedded that it's represented with wealth, with opulence, with luxury, with owning stuff. You understand what you meant, me? Men and most associate straight hair with more polished look is unfair and biased, yes, but is it still true? It is true, yes. We have to look at the truth. We gotta look in the mirror. We gotta look in the mirror. So We got to understand. We got to say, you know what? It ain't right, but it's true. So I'm gonna get this money and I'm gonna do what I do. And the whole point of it is to grow your money, to grow your money. And then when people that wear certain hairstyles are more abundant in larger numbers, and those hairstyles are then represented by wealth and opulence and whatever, whatever, then that's when the shift is going to occur, where those types of hairstyles and textures and things like that will be what is more attractive. Okay, because if you go into the psychology of it, it's always has to do with the wealth. It always goes back to the money. And like I always say, it always going back to the money. Always going to go back to the money. Which hairstyle, which hair look is most associated with wealth? That's what people are. Everybody's attracted to money. Everybody's attracted to status. Everybody's attracted to wealth. Okay, if you want to take all the information and just apply it, this is why you see all these celebrities, all these movie stars, all these major people understanding that as well. Okay, and I said what I said because I thought people had common sense, but I realized people don't really look into and read into things like they used to. They don't really study the psychology behind things and why. They don't ask why. They just get upset. They don't try to understand. They just get upset. They don't try to look at it from a different perspective and how it can benefit them. They just get upset. And getting upset is what keeps you from getting your back. Okay? This is the best thing that you can do is get rid of the emotions out of when someone tries to give you information for you to use to benefit yourself. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, now, and I'm going to tell y'all once again, only women mostly like the curly hair on other women. Only women like the more natural hairstyles on other women. Men are going for what looks like they have money, what looks like they have secured. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta just understand. You don't have to like it. You just gotta understand it. Oh, Johan, sprinkle, sprinkle, went from dusty dating to receiving a watch. Okay, good for you. iPhone and designer perfume on the first date. Rich men spend to keep you. Yes, lots of love from the UK. Thank you, Joanne. Get your money, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So we don't like it. I don't like it, but I know that it's gonna get my bag up quick. Okay. I did an experiment, y'all. I posted a post saying nearly the same thing, wearing a wig or my straight hair, and then one of my curly. Guess which one got like 10 times more clicks? Because that's just what it is. Okay. And if you're going to go by, learning, you're going to go by the numbers, then you got to pay attention. You got to know what works. Okay. Thank you. And a lot of people don't realize this. I like my hair, but I'll throw it back and put a wig on it in a second. I'll switch my wig in a second. Different hair colors, different texture, different lengths to go do what I need to go do. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't bother me. I understand what it is, and I understand that I can get what I need to get out of doing what I need to do. And a lot of people can like say, well, if we start to normalize accepting or liking this, you can normalize anything you want, but unless it's backed by wealth, it's never going to stay normalized. So the whole point is to get money, and then a lot of things will change. Get money first. Stop being emotional. You don't have any land, any property, any major corporations. No one is going to look at an example of a person that owns all of those things and thinks that's the way to look, the way to be, the way to talk, the way to walk, because it's not associated with wealth and opulence. So get the money, ma'am. Get the money, sir. And then you can do what you want to do, and other people will follow. Okay. If y'all can't understand this and your emotions are too in the way, then I can't help you. Hi, Sheer. I'm 24. Is something wrong with me? I'm not interested in romantic relationships. I want to be independent, but on the same time, I want to get a provider. Yeah, you have to. You want too much at the same time. Focus on one thing at a time. Okay. So honestly, if you don't want a romantic relationship, you want to be independent, but at the same time you want a provider. Okay, well then do all of them and do them in order. So first you can be independent, then you can get a relationship, and then you can get a provider. Okay, just do it in that order, because obviously you can't do it all at the same time. It doesn't matter if natural hair is very high maintenance and expensive. Your bank account ain't reflecting it. The corporations owned, the land owned, it doesn't reflect it. You know what I'm saying? So just understand. Just understand. When you associate something, it's deeply rooted in your in your subconscious, and you don't even realize it. That it's certain hairstyles are related to wealth and opulence. That's it. And if you're trying to go after somebody with wealth and opulence, they're going to be like, okay, in their subconscious mind, they're going, okay, this works. And like I said, there's always someone that's going to say, oh, well, this is that. But yeah, do you have the ring? Are you secured? Are you on that deed? You know, are you getting the last name? After you get the bag, you can do whatever you want, because now you are wealth and opulence. You see? But as long as it's not associated with it in large numbers, that's their subconscious. They're subconsciously going to say this person is not giving wealth and opulence. This person is giving this, and that, even though they may not want to think those thoughts. It's just been programmed into people to think those thoughts, and so they're automatically going to think them. This is why you see a lot of women changing their hairs to go further in their career or in their fame or in their whatever endeavors, because they understand what universal appeal means. Go where the money is. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And like I said, this is not a hair channel. It don't matter. Get your money. Okay. And it doesn't, okay, and y'all are confused. Like a lot of, like your hair doesn't have to look a certain way. It just has to work for you. It just has to work for you. A lot of women are like, they want to look a certain way, but they don't understand. So I'm giving you the information behind it, the psychological, subconscious information behind it, because that's what you're working with, whether you realize it or not. That psychological, subconscious hairstyle information is what everybody thinks when you walk in a room. It's what everybody thinks before they approach you. Okay. So think about it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, and remember, I'm just talking to, like, a lot of people are going to assume that I'm talking to them. So there are some people say, okay, my hair is curly, my hair is wavy, my hair barely has the stick straight, my hair is coily, my hair is, you know what? Is your hair making you money? If not, figure out what hairstyle makes you the most money and go with that. That's it. Okay. And your bank account will thank you later. I promise you. I promise you. I know people. Oh, hey, Russell, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Your hair is always on point, though. Thank you, Russell. I appreciate you. Ah, Russell in the house. Braids and locks going to get you a certain band. Exactly. And the reason why I say this is because some people don't want to have a conversation like, well, how do they do that to your hair? Or what's in, why does your hair smell that way? Why do you have to go get your hair twisted every, like, it's a lot to explain, and people rather just know what's more familiar, or they don't want to know, or they don't want the complication. So they just bypass. Especially older guys. Older men, they don't understand it, so they're not even going to gravitate most of the time. They're just gonna like, I don't know what I know, and it's their mindset, it's their age, it's the era they grew up in. And so since on this channel I teach women to date, older guys that have money, obviously my information is going to be to attract, more wealth with age. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, is Russell married or have a girlfriend? You're gonna have to ask Russell. That's not. I'm sure you. Uh-oh, Russell, sprinkle, sprinkle. Older guys don't understand and definitely don't want to know. It's true. Thank you, Russell. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah. I'm trying to, like, y'all should know I'm a Pisces. I'm trying to get the most money, the fastest and the easiest, laziest way. That's my way. And that's what I do. If throwing a wig on my head and going out and looking cute is or filming a YouTube video or whatever is going to bring me more money than sitting here with my natural curls, I'm going to do it. I've been wearing these because I've definitely been outside sweating, but I should slap on a wig because I definitely get more views, more money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You see, uh-oh, they fighting over you in the comments, Russell. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That it must feel nice to get fought over, huh? You brought Russell. You thought what? You thought Russell was some old hag? Up until now. Wow. Why? Because that's all that I can. That's all that will be on the channel. Trying to donate. Well, thank you. I'm sure he feels complimented. Yeah. So get your money where you can get it. This is not a hair channel. I'm not here to tell you how to fix your hair. I'm here to tell you how to get your money. Okay. We should ask a man, what hair and what color is the most appealing? You should ask about 5 men that have money and see what they say. Just do a little survey. Find you a man with money that you would actually consider. Find 5 of them and ask them, what hairstyles do you prefer and what color? I think I've seen this on a reel or something. They had like pictures of different women, and most of the people would go for the universal hairstyle of all races. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm not going to tell you it's not possible to do anything. I'm just going to say what works fast, quick, and universally. Listen to me. Open up your ears. Take your emotions out of it. What works the fastest, the easiest, and most universal. Write those things down. Write it down. That's what you need to go do. Or you can wear your hair however you want and wait for someone to find you universally appealing or appealing as you are. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, Russell, sprinkle, sprinkle. Take care of your appearance is definitely makes you more money. Yes, Russell, sprinkle, sprinkle. Hey, Russell, did you know that you can write off your treatments? Not you, but like if you're an influencer, you can write off a lot of stuff, your wardrobe for your taxes, hair care, cosmetic care, furniture. You probably already know that. So you could definitely keep up your appearance much easier if you make it your business. That's why I'm telling y'all, ladies, start a business. Start a business on his dime, on his money. He's gonna give you some money. Here, start your business. Great, not an investment, but here, this is yours to do it what you want. Here goes some money, sprinkle, sprinkle, and you go start you a business, right? You can order whatever you want. You can write off a lot of stuff on your taxes, especially if you have a social media account and describe yourself as an influencer. You can definitely write off all of your everything, like beauty stuff. And so just trying to save you some money, you know. Thank you, Russell. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said no knee curtains, Gabrielle. Yeah, you can go get waxed, laser hair removal, whatever. Write it off on the business. Put it on the credit card, the business credit card, ma'am. That's what that's what I got to go do. Every time I go get my nails done, pump gas, eat, it's all on a business, baby. Why? Because I can write it off. Wigs too, ma'am. Oh, Ella, sprinkle, sprinkle. How do I make my boyfriend give me money, but not buying me gifts because I want more money? Just tell him you prefer cash gifts. It's like, I want you to get me a box and full of cash and wrap it in a bow. Tell him you prefer cash gifts. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh man, Montana, Chanel. Thank you, girl. So all you got to do is know what works for you, what attracts. Now, let me give y'all the difference between attracting and keeping. What catches the eye is what attracts. When you talk to a person, when you get to know a person and they start to like you for the actual person that you are, and they're not judging you solely on your looks or your hair, and they get to like you, they're not going to care what's under the wig, ma'am. They're not going to care if your hair's curly, short, braided, whatever. They're not going to care. But when I say attract, that is when someone sees you and automatically is walking over to you and are attracted to what they see due to psychological triggers. After that, look, I mean, James never knew my hair looked like this until like, I don't know, a while. Because I always flat ironed it. So, and now he actually likes it. Before he did it, he would always say, are you not going to do anything with your hair? So I'm like, no, I ain't. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, and it's a psychological thing. Who own, like, it all goes back to the wealth. Who owns the most? Who owns the most land? Who owns the most companies, corporations, business? Who owns, like, who looks the most opulent throughout history? Throughout history. That's what people are associating beauty standards with. If it were the opposite, if it were the other way around, then you'd have some money. You know, okay, think about this. When Egyptians, ancient Egyptians, and ancient Kemet, for those that are woke, their hairstyles, they wore wigs. They wore straight wigs. They wore head dresses. They wore eyeliner. It was a symbol of status. Okay. But under all that wig, when they snatched it off, it didn't look like that. Some of them were bald. They used literal animal hair or horse hair to create the wigs. If you go to the museum, you can probably still see a few of them wigs in there. But underneath it, they was, you know, looking like whatever they looked like. Oh, Ellie, sprinkle, sprinkle. But those were considered the beauty standard of that era because they had the most opulence and wealth. Oh, dress fancy to dinner, even. I don't know where dinner is. Girl, ask first, ma'am. Someone always asks, where are we going first? So you know what to dress like. Because some places do have a dress code. Thank you, Coffee Cutie, sprinkle, sprinkle. Plenty of Black women with coily have success. Yes, they do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They have plenty of success. But I'm saying fast, quick, universally. So if you were going to walk into a room full of millionaires or billionaires and you had one night only to secure the bag, what you wearing to secure the bag? What's your hair looking like? This is what I'm saying, because you never know. You might be in the room with someone who has a lot of money, and the only reason they didn't walk over to you is because they weren't triggered subconsciously or attracted to your hairstyle subconsciously. But maybe everything else. So I'm going to wear what I know is going to get the bag quick, fast, and in a hurry, because that's how I think. I'm not going to wait because I go do this another day and get 10 bags, you know? So even the ancient Egyptians, they wore wigs, and they were seen as a beauty and status symbol among many cultures for thousands of years. They were the beauty standard because they owned a lot of stuff. And then when that fell, then where did it go? I mean, if you know history, you know history. Then after that beauty standard fell, then it went to what? The Greeks and the Romans and this and that. That's why even in some Asian countries, everyone wants to look European. They're getting face surgery, prosthetics, you know, getting their face snatched to look like anime characters. Oh, you know, Land Sprinkle Sprinkle. They're trying to stay as pale as possible. I saw this one lady and she had like, it looked like a whole like shielded mask that was like dark over her face. Like you could see through it, but it was like a sunshade, but it went all the way down to here because a lot of people are literally trying to meet the standard of opulence. And what is opulence and money related to subconsciously? All right. And who went all around the world and colonized it and conquered all the lands, or a lot of the lands. That's what their standard was. So if you know history, you understand what the universal appeal is. I told you it's not politically correct. I told you it's not right, but it is going to get you paid, and it is where the money resides. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I know people don't agree with this, and you don't have to, because I don't agree with it. And I'm telling y'all, I know just how to get the money. I'm trying to get y'all some money. I don't care about your feelings. Because when you're looking at your bank account later, you counting your money, when you looking at your wedding ring and your name on that deed, you're going to be thanking me later. You will. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And it's not even to appeal to the opposite race if you're a Black woman. It's to appeal to the subconscious construct that has been put in place. That's it. If you really just think about it. I told y'all they did a street survey where they showed men of all different races and colors, women with different hairstyles, and most of them chose the straight hair, black and white, and everything in between. I'm trying to tell you. Okay. You said marriage means nothing when you married broke. Exactly. That's why a lot of people like claiming a spouse. Okay. You said, think Beyonce, she's wearing those straight hair wigs on tour for her bag. Exactly. Y'all got to get out of the emotions and get into the bag. That's what separates a lot of people from getting rich. That's what separates the classes, emotions. Some people are just like, oh, I care too much about something that's not going to get me a bag. Okay. You keep caring about something that ain't going to get you a bag. Meanwhile, everybody over here getting a bag, do what they got to do, and still wearing the hairstyle they want to wear when they snatch that wig or put the water in it, if you're just going from curly to straight, or cutting it all off, or whatever. Okay. And, a lot of people do have naturally wavy or curly hair, even that, that are not black. And they still blow dry and straighten their hair because of how it looks. They still do. Like a lot of Indian people have wavy curly hair. A lot of Latinas, a lot of even white people have naturally wavy hair, but they straighten it, they blow dry it out. Okay. They do. It just is what it is. You said, look at old photos of Megan and Kamala, both have curly hair. They straightened their hair and got it all. Exactly. It's not about the hair. It's about the money. You can wear that hair. All you got to do is put some water in it and it go right back to what it was. But your bank account will thank you. I promise you. Now, I just haven't straightened my hair because I keep getting sweaty. I could throw in a wig though. Okay. You said you're white and you blow out your hair for work. Exactly. Because if you show up there with wavy hair, you're not going to look as polished or put together or get as much recognition or promotions or whatever, because you're the face of that company or you're representing that company. They want the most polished version of that company because you represent them, and they're trying to appeal universally to most people. That's just what it is. And I think the faster we understand that, the faster we can get more money, because I've been on YouTube for 10 years plus. And if you go back to my old videos where I was wearing my natural hair, my curly hair, once I started throwing in wigs on and straightening my hair, that's when the channel really increased. Like, just saying, went up. So I'm here to tell you it has a lot to do with it. Now, if you are doing a hair channel and your hair channel is just about curly hair or natural hair, most of your subscribers are going to be there because of the hair stuff. But if you're trying to do a different type of channel and things like that, you're going to have to appeal universally to a large group of women that don't look particularly like you. A global. Right? Just think about this. There are women from all different races that can look like Beyonce if they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Or let's use Michael Jackson as an example. And, he started wearing wigs and straightening his hair and, of course, lightened his skin. But every race on the planet can imitate Michael Jackson through all his phases because he was universally appealing to everyone and they all felt like they could be like him through his Thriller phase, through his Off the Wall, up until, you know, the last album he put out, because he was universal. That's why he could have people fainting over him in Germany. That's why he could have people fainting over him in Africa. That's why he could have people fainting over here wherever he went, because he was universal. He knew how to get that money. But at the end of the day, it still said black on his driver's license and on his birth certificate and on his passport. Now it says GOAT. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You want universal appeal? You got to universally appeal. And all the greats know this. All the greats know that. All of them. Okay. It might not be politically correct. It might not be something you totally agree with, but that's just what it is. When you appeal to the subconscious of a large universal group, you in. Period. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, how do you get straight hair without cooking it? Put it back and buy a wig, man. Okay. Braid it up and put a wig on it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's how. You ain't gonna fry nothing if you ain't put no heat on it. Just get a wig. And I always promote wigs because they're so easy to take off and go back to whatever hairstyle that you're most comfortable with. They're so easy to switch up. You do have a different mood that day. You can do a different color. Whatever. You said wigs are a game changer. You part wigs are game changers. Yes. Oh, SheShack, do men still think about their first girlfriend? I don't know. I'm not a man, so I couldn't tell you. It depends on how special they were, I guess. Okay. Somebody said so in. So, I would just say, you know what? It's your life. Do an experiment. See what works best for you, like I did. I do experiments all the time because I need to know how to get the most money. I do. I look at on my Instagram reels and TikToks, I look at the activity. I look at what's getting the most clicks and the most shares. I know what this, and that as far as looks are concerned. So I already know. I can tell you. You said, are men weirded out by wigs? No, not the ones that I know. Why would they be weirded out by wigs? If the wigs are done right and they look good and you make them look better, like if you make a man look better by standing next to him and you got a wig on, do you think they're going to care about what's on your head? I would just say don't wear no Cheeto orange wig if you're trying to level up. But do you think that a woman standing next to a man that looks beautiful, whether she's wearing a wig or her own hair, but if she's looking like a 10, do you think he cares that there's a wig on that head? No. He just thinks, oh, how do people see us? Oh, we look good together. Ha ha ha. My girl looks better than yours. That's what they're thinking. If you look good on their arm, they don't care what you got on your head, ma'am. So, for example, you got to find the right wigs, though. You got to find the right wigs. There's different types of wigs that have different lace. They look good. Some of them look very natural, and you can't even tell. You gotta find the right ones. So, the melting lace, the no glue. Some have a strap in the back that just lays down on your head, very natural. The parts are already pre-plucked. Y'all got to find the good wigs. Y'all can't get them Party City wigs. You said my girl look better than your girl. Now imagine this. And I'm gonna give y'all some examples because I know some of y'all just need examples. Remember, we're not getting emotional about this. Let's say let's say I'm wearing my hair like this, right? I know I look good, right? And then, so let's say I arrive somewhere, with James, and we look good as a couple, right? And then another couple walks in, and the girl has good, beautiful wig on. It's giving Beyonce or giving whoever, and all eyes are now on her. And now they're the best looking couple, even though she might have this much hair on her head underneath that wig. She's still looking good, and I'm just over here looking like this. I could have put on a wig too, ma'am. That's what I'm talking about. Heads turning, necks breaking. Oh, is that hair look like Beyonce? Ooh, I got to go meet her. Meanwhile, I'm just standing here, doop de doop de doop. And then I look at her. I'm like, you know what? If I had that same wig on, I would look better than her. Wigs even the playing field or give you an advantage. Now look, this girl might be looking cute, Beyonce like that. She turned around, but my face card is nicer. If I had on a wig or better looking wig, then that would be the experience that I would be having. That would be my experience. I would be breaking all the necks. I would be getting people rushing up to say hello and meet me. You see? So it's not about your emotions or the natural hair that's growing out of your head. It's what you're going to get out of it. It's what you're going to get out of it. Who are you going to meet? Who's going to want to come and network with you? How many necks you going to break? How many men are going to say, ooh, I want to get her phone number before she leaves because that could be Mrs. Such and such, Even though they know that their hair is probably not real, it's the effect that it gets. It's the looks. It's the attention. It's the status that comes with certain types of women. So y'all have to understand this. It's on a higher level. But all the women are going to be complimenting my hair. Oh, I love your curls. They're so nice and moisturized and da da da. Thank you. But I appreciate that. But can you give me a deed? Can you give me where's my allowance? You're going to take me shopping? No? Okay. Well, then I don't care what you think about my hair. Hold on. Anyway, so I'm just trying to get you out of bag quick, fast, and in a hurry, and get you the treatment that's going to get you the bag. I don't care about y'all's feelings or emotions as far as being triggered. I care about your bag, and that's what I'm supposed to care about because I'm a financial advisor. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like, when you have a financial advisor, they don't care about your feelings either. They just want you to get your money where it's supposed to be so you can make the most out of it. Okay, I promise you. Oh, Mealy, sprinkle, sprinkle. You have good hair. Why do you think that is? Listen, you have good hair. Why do you think that is? What do you mean? Why do I think that is? If my hair ain't as good as a wig, then I'm sorry. I'm gonna wear the wig. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, I'm gonna get the Beyonce treatment before. Period. Even Beyonce hair ain't Beyonce hair, except the hair under the wig. That's why she got to put on that other wig so she could sell albums. I mean, you got to get smart. You can't be triggered. You can't be emotional. Wigs have literally leveled the playing field. I don't even know why people are against them. Back in the old days, especially in the 90s, I wore my real hair out to the club, straightened, and people were mad and trying to yank it thinking it was a wig to come off or weave. Now everybody can have weave and wig and long hair and quote unquote good hair. Everybody can have the playing field is leveled. Use it. Uh-oh, Miley, sprinkle, sprinkle. You have flowy curls. That's not like, okay, well then put on a wig and we can all have the same exact hair. Go get the Beyonce wig. I'll get the Beyonce wig or the Nicki Minaj wig or whatever wig you like. And we can all have the same hair. I promise you. We can all break necks. If that's the point, we can all get a bag. But if let's say back in the old days, if I were to wear this hair and you were to wear your natural hair, because they weren't selling wigs like that back in the old days, then I would have a huge advantage over you, of course, because of what's psychologically, embedded into society. But now we got wigs, man. If your face card and your body card is on 10 and you got the same wig I got, people gonna break their necks looking at you. You got an advantage because you got access to wigs. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm trying to find something. Anyway, you said Naomi Campbell. Exactly. Do you think half these women would be supermodels if they did not have a wig on? No. We're just facing the reality. We don't care about being politically correct. We don't care about that. We're trying to get this bag. The sooner that y'all realize that, the less sensitive y'all will become. And y'all's bags will start to increase. What the heck? All right, so just understand what I'm trying to tell you is to help you. I don't care about your feelings. I care about your bag. All right. If you want celebrity treatment, you need wigs and makeup. Natural is still clocking in. Yes. And Coco Mocha says that. That's not my quote. Coco Mocha says, if you want celebrity treatment, you need a wig. Natural is still clocking in. Okay. So I don't know if that's 100% true for everyone who's natural, but you do get special treatment when you do put more effort into your universal appeal. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you can be dolled up every day, then look broke down the next. I know. Where's your hair at, girl? You said maybe they want the bag. Okay. See, okay. Thank you, Miley. Sprinkle, sprinkle, or Mealy. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Some of y'all, we're all on different levels, right? Some of y'all go out to meet 5 figures. Some of y'all go out to meet 6-figure men. Some of y'all go out to meet 7-figure men. Some of y'all go out to meet 8 and 9-figure men. Okay. Depending on what you're trying to attract universally, that's what you need to appeal to. So if y'all are appealing to the 5-figure men, then, it's a lot different than appealing to a 6-figure man or a 7-figure man. Very different. So just think about it like that. How do you hide that you got your own money? By not telling them. When you look too high maintenance, there are people that look too high maintenance and they have eviction notices on their doors. That doesn't really have a lot to do with it. Plus, those things could be gifts, or you could be taken care of, or you could just shop cheap and just look so good. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are a lot of women that will look like $1 million and only spent less than 100. So it just all depends. Y'all don't have to disclose your money. You say you want 9 figures, girl? Uh-oh, Christina. Yes, right. So you got to look like a 9-figure woman. You not like you have 9 figures, but that you can attract a man that earns 9 figures. And what do those type of women look like? You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to do is your research. You got to say, okay, where are the 9-figure men? Let me see what they look like online. Let me see what their spouses look like, their girlfriends. Okay. This is the type they like. Okay. So now I know what I got to do to universally appeal to 9-figure men. That's what you go do. Okay. It's just that easy. They're not trying to cater to you as far as what they're attracted to, because that's not their job. We're the women we attract. As a woman, we are the ones responsible for attracting. And once we get them, you can do what you want. But initially, you have to lure them in and attract them in. So if you're looking for a 9-figure, 8-figure man, then you got to see what they are attracted to. And then that's what you have to become in order to attract them. Okay. You said it's usually skinny and straight hair. Yeah. Um, a lot of y'all who were, adults or teenagers in the 90s, y'all remember how everybody used to try to be super skinny and straight hair? The supermodel, like the skinniness look. That's when everybody was getting like the bag. That's when everybody was getting the bag, literally. And today, like, you can get a bag on your own. Don't get me wrong. A woman can be a 9-figure, 6-figure woman, 8-figure woman, 7-figure woman. A woman can be all those things. But does she want to attract a 5-figure man? Or does she want to attract someone with more money than her? Or at least the same amount, So it all depends on what you're trying to attract. Oh, she is dropping fruit from the learning tree today, ladies. Make sure you're picking it up. Thank you, Miss Jennifer Lewis. Appreciate you, girl. Okay, now let's talk about other types of hair. Okay. If I was a Caucasian lady and I had brown limp hair, but I wanted a bag, and I know face card was cute. Either I would grow it longer and look like one of the Kardashian chicks, but maybe not with the BBL, to universally appeal, or I would cut it into a hairstyle that's universally appealing, or I would dye it blonde or another type of color that was universally appealing in order to get the bag, or I throw a wig on that looked real or get extensions and I would still get the bag. You know what I'm saying? And y'all don't realize, but a lot of Asian and white women are wearing hair pieces, extensions, clip-ons, or whatever these things are. They clip on the top and it makes their hair look fuller. They're wearing those. Y'all just don't realize it. Okay? And it's okay. Get some money. They're wearing those tape-in extensions. Them, I don't even know what they call it. The little BDB ones. I don't know how to call it. Because I don't wear those. They're getting all of that stuff done. They're getting the same stuff done because they know what men are attracted to. Long, I don't know, whatever color that they choose to get. They're keeping their maintenance up. They're keeping their hair colored. They're keeping their extensions redone correctly so you can't see no tracks in the back or whatnot. So, everyone's wearing extensions, weaves, wigs, or whatever, coloring their hair. Why? To get the bag. You said Britney Spears, what? Bonded individual weaves? Okay, Kardashians wore extensions and wigs. Okay. So, what's going to get you the most money, man? I know this lady, she's really pretty, but she went from brunette to blonde and bagged a millionaire just from changing the hair color. Isn't that crazy? Now, if she was in her emotions about a hair color or a hair length, she would have missed her millionaire, being all emotional about it. Go where the money resides. Do what's universally appealing to men that have money. That's literally it. This is not a hair channel. This is a get your money channel. We don't care about how you feel. We don't care about your triggers. We know what gets the bag. If you're going to get it universally, quick, fast, and in a hurry, deed signed, rings on fingers, name on insurance, car in your name, car paid off, then understand what I'm saying. You said Marilyn went blonde and got the bag. Exactly. And I'm not saying everybody should go blonde, but go what works for you. Go what gets your bag. Because some people look better as brunettes and they have to go from blonde to brunette. I know a few people that have to dye their hair black or dark brown because they have brown, like light brown or blonde hair, and it doesn't suit them. Okay. You said, yeah, the world that we live in, I have this is real. Like the world that we live in, they don't care about why your hair looks a certain way or what you're doing to it and why you're doing it. I mean, you could have spiritual reasons, you could have cultural reasons. A lot of people just don't care. And I'm just going to be honest with you. They don't care. They don't need, it doesn't affect them. That's why they don't care. So what they do care about is how you look on their arm next to the other bad chick in the room. That's what they do care about. So my question to you is, what do you care about? And that's where you need to put your priorities. Okay. When you waited tables, the white girls would wear blonde wigs to get more tips. That's true. I mean, if people aren't hung up on something, they can learn how to get their money. You said, is appearance and beauty standards, baby, you're right. Yep. It's the true hair can hold negative energy spiritually. Not if you cut it all off. Like, honestly, I'm not thinking about it that deep. Like, let me tell y'all a secret. When you think about something so deep, it starts to affect you in a deep way. Most people just think hair is hair and they cut it off and grow it back, cut it off and grow it back. It's not, it's only important to you if people make it seem super important to you. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on your spiritual beliefs, how you're raised, what you're taught about your hair. You know, wigs. Let me tell y'all something. People that have wigs, you thinking about bad energy coming from someone's hair. Those people are probably less exposed to a lot of the stuff that we're exposed to on a daily basis. Probably have a lot less issues to wherever they're getting the hair from. So I'm sure their, whatever you want to call it, their vibe, their energy, or their aura is probably higher than yours. Okay, just so you know, they're not. I'm sure they don't have all the issues that we have over here in America. So if I'm going to take a hair wig, a human hair wig from a different culture or a different country, and then compare the aura or the spiritual energy to somebody from America, which one gonna have the highest vibration there? Which one gonna have the most negativity in it? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't really think about it, because it's kind of silly if you really sit and think about it. If you truly sit and think about it instead of listening to what people said, but if you truly use your own brain and think about it. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah. Just do what gets the bag, man. At the end of the day, your hair gonna fall out when you old and gray anyways. Child, sprinkle, sprinkle. Why are you holding on to, the stigma when you could be getting the bag? How many old ladies have you seen with all their hair in their, like, I'm talking about old. Every old lady I've seen got to wear wigs. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like, I'm talking about when they get like 70 and up, I got to put that wig on. If you got a bag to go with it, then you did it right, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Grandma sitting up there, where her church wig at? She done missed out on the bag several times because she worried about what? No, get the bag, man. Put the wig on, get the bag, take the wig off. Do what you gotta do. It is a very superficial world, and the faster you understand that, the faster you can get paid. I know when you're young, you want people to be right, do the right thing, see you for you, but that's not happening until you secure them with your looks first. Okay? The world is superficial. You have to appeal to it in order to get in. That's just literally what it is. I promise you. This is why you see a lot of successful people that are very well put together, very polished, and look a certain way because they know the world is superficial. And once you understand that and accept it, then you can get paid. Think about this. Back in the old days, before there was a lot of videos and celebrities had to only sing on an album, now they have to be in perfect shape, know how to dance, look like a model or a stripper in order to even get to sing on a track with auto-tune. So that goes to tell you that their appearance trumps their talent, because no one wants to buy an album of someone. It's not going to sell as much. Let's just say that it's not going to sell as much as someone that is universally appealing and attractive. So that's what they're going to go for. There are way better singers than a lot of the people out here, but they don't look the same. There are way better talents than a lot of people out there, but they don't have the complete total package that's universally appealing, that's going to make the record labels more money. So that's why they're not getting their, their talent recognized. And so once we understand how the world is, we say, you know what, that's messed up, but guess what? I'm finna get my money still. Okay. So once you've accepted the world is superficial, which I have, once you understand how people's minds work, what is universally attractive, and how to get the bag, you don't feel a certain way about it anymore. You just do what you got to do, get your money, and then go do whatever you feel like you want to do. Okay. You said the voice doesn't count anymore, just the looks. Exactly. Oh, ragdoll plating, sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate you, girl. Is what is accepted the reality, even if it's hurting you. Look, you're born into this world. The world is already how it is, right? No matter if it's hurting you or not, it's still going to be. The best thing to do to change the hurt is change the perspective. So if my perspective is, okay, well, people don't universally like whatever I'm looking like when I do my natural hair, because they don't click as much, or they don't, show as much interest or engagement. But when I wear my hair another way, I get way more. Am I hurt by that? No, I'm learning from that, and my bank account is growing. And is it my fault that people on the other side of the world who maybe not walk out of their house every day and see someone that looks like me, but see someone they can relate to a little bit more if I have on a different hair texture or wig, and they're more trusting of me, or they're more listening to me, or they're more connecting with me because we connect to what we feel like we're familiar with? This is all psychology, and this is how people get to the bag fast. They universally appeal. So yes. So for example, if I'd have on my long black straight or slightly wavy wig, there would be ladies that maybe have that same hairstyle growing out of their head for real. that may relate to me on a deeper level because we look alike. Then maybe there's people that have my hair texture naturally that can relate to me because of what my hair looks like. And then when I throw on a blonde wig, maybe somebody with blonde hair or who dyes their hair blonde and has, longer hair can relate to me too, because it's universal. And if all people can relate to you because you have several looks, then your message literally gets a lot further and more people can relate to you. Uh-oh, Ivana, sprinkle, sprinkle. What advice do you have for women in their 30s who have been in relationships and want to live a sprinkle, sprinkle? To just go live your sprinkle, sprinkle life. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There's no difference. What's the age got to do with it? Do you still look good? Did you not take care of yourself? Did you let yourself go? Well, if you still look good, get dressed, get up, go to where the rich people are, go to the rich side of town and just go hang out over there, run your errands over there, have fun over there, get your beauty treatments done over there. And eventually you're going to meet somebody and attract somebody. It's never too late. I don't know why people think once they get a certain age, it's too late. It's only too late if you literally let yourself go. Okay. You say I can only relate to get in the bag. Exactly. You should see my closet. I got every color wig and every texture wig. I pull it out when I need it, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like when I be driving through the neighborhood, the school zone, I put that blonde wig on. I don't get no tickets. I haven't had a ticket in years, in almost a decade. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Uh-oh, Nietzsche, sprinkle, sprinkle. Hey, Shira, thanks for dropping gems as always. Hair is key. What we would know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Exactly. You say you never heard a white man complain about weave, and you probably never will. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You don't need a man's money? Me either, girl, but I sure like to spend it and save mine. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't need it either, but I sure like to spend it and save mine. And those who know. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell y'all the secret. If you spend your money and you are laying in a bed with a grown, able-bodied man, you could literally be spending his money and saving all of yours while yours grows. You're spending his. Yours keeps growing. Oh, silver burner, sprinkle, sprinkle. You can be independent all you want, but just spend his and save yours. You know? And that way, he likes you way more. Okay? It's good to have your own, but definitely keep your own and stop spending it if you sitting up there with a grown, able-bodied man. Okay. If you don't need a man's money, why are you on this channel? Some people come here just to be mad. Because, like, literally, that's not the point of needing a man's money. Rich people don't need other people's money, but they always throwing fundraisers and keeping 80% of the proceeds. Rich people don't need anybody else's money, but when they decide to run for office, they collect donations. Rich people don't need a lot of people's money, but when they want to buy something major, they get investors instead of using their own capital. This is how the wealthy thinks. Spend theirs, keep yours. Okay? That's how you grow wealth. So it just makes financial sense as a woman. If you have a man that has some type of money and you're sleeping with him or you're married to him or you're in a relationship with him, he needs to be paying all them bills. And however you get your money, whether it be owning your own business or clocking in somewhere, it's your money. You keep it, you grow it, and he can't touch it. Okay? Makes sense. You're going to grow your wealth regardless. It's not a flex to say I'm spending my own money sleeping with a grown, able-bodied man if you can't save more. You know what I'm saying? If your man ain't paying all the bills, if he ain't taking you shopping, if he's not providing for you, and you say, I would rather be this and I would rather be that. Okay, I would rather be both, because both is wealth. So think about that. Now, if you can't get a man and you are financially secure and you got your own money, great, because that's how you should be living. But if you are in a relationship with a grown, able-bodied man, he needs to be take care of business. Uh-oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. I hope the something. Okay, I can't read that because it's all blurred together. But thank you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you for the super chat. If you think like wealthy people, your wealth will grow faster. I promise you. You get other people to pay for stuff. You find different ways. You write off stuff. You get investors, or you get money and they give you money for free that you don't have to pay back, and you start your own business because they want to donate or whatever. That's how you grow your independence in your business. And if you don't have to pay bills, it's going to grow and you're going to profit even more. You know, imagine your life right now. Everybody close their eyes and imagine them not having to pay any bills. And all the money that you're earning or being given just keeps stacking. Or you can invest it or start a business and make more money off of that money and flip it. Imagine how big your accounts would be. Okay. You say you think like wealthy people every day, Katie? I know that's right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to ask for forgiveness money? Cash App, Venmo. I'm not talking to you until you apologize with financially. You said that's yes, no bills. Imagine having 0 bills or somebody else just paying them for you. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. You just turned 25 and you are a registered nurse this summer, still living at home. My parents and 5-year-old daughter. I want to move out so bad, but it's expensive. Any tips? Find you a sugar daddy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Fastest way to get paid, ma'am. Thank you, Hamlet. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or whatever money that you have, instead of saving up to buy an apartment, invest it into something or start a small business that can flip whatever your paycheck is faster. So for example, whatever your paycheck is, if you can put it into something and it's going to double or triple, that's what you should do. So a lot of people do this by buying stuff wholesale or very cheap and then reselling it at a higher markup price, or they invest in something with a quick return. But if you don't want to lose your money or risk it, I would say flip it by investing it into something that is going to double quick. So some people will go to like Costco or Whole Foods. I mean, not Whole Foods, or Sam's, and buy a bunch of like waters, juices, and snacks. And then they'll go resell them in like, you know, a park, or they'll put them in a vending machine or something like that and triple their money in a month, you know? So you have to think like, how can I triple my money or how can I double my money? And then you won't, then you do that 3 times with 3 different types of businesses. I'm with women who are naive and end up getting fooled by the first guy who give them money because they have never dated. Oh, okay. Ivana, sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, well, you know, you got to live and you got to learn. So the next time you know what to look out for. It takes experience. But that's why you ask for big ticket items instead of little bitty breadcrumbs. So you know what that man can actually afford. Okay. So a lot of people that are on what you call it, what do you call it? SNAP or food stamps. A lot of people are going and buying money with their government issued food money, and they're using that money to create businesses like sugar scrubs, oils, candles, all those types of things. And they're flipping that money quickly, and it's free. Oh, Silver Runner, Sprinkle, Sprinkle, you're 22, 42-year-old man who pays off my bills. He's living with someone, but not his wife. I do not focus on him, but is always obsessed with me and wants to know where I am. How do I deal? Just tell him you're always shopping and you need more money. Sprinkle, Sprinkle. Well, I'm shopping right now. I need more money. I'm at the mall. I send money. Then he'll stop asking where you at. Okay. But, okay. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Yeah, just tell him you're always at the mall, and he'll stop asking where you are, because you're going to be asking him for money every time he asks you where you are. What to say when a guy asks your salary? Say, obviously more than yours if you're asking me. So we don't have anything else to discuss. Okay. If a man asks you, well, how much do you earn? Well, that's one of the questions that are a red flag on my list, that you're broke. So I'm not going to be answering it, and we won't be seeing each other ever again. If you're already in a relationship with someone and they're just curious to how much you earn or whatever, it's like, oh, that's none of your business. You don't need to know all of that. Or just say, oh, I'm doing okay. Just always say I'm doing okay, because that don't mean nothing. It's very neutral. Okay. Don't tell no man your salary. Because think about this. This is what guys' value is worth. Like, this is what guys' values depend on. How much they earn, how successful they are, and how well they're doing in business. You don't want to automatically top that as soon as you meet someone, or, and if they ask, you already know they broke. So you can nicely move on in a nice way. Okay. Okay. So if you're getting food stamps or SNAP, you can flip that money and start you a little Etsy store. Okay. 100% profit. You said in law field, how to appear less intimidating? By not telling people you're a lawyer, or just say I work at a law firm, or I work in the legal business. Don't give them all the details. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Another way to make quick money and flip it quick is to provide a service that costs a lot of money that you're going to be doing anyway, that you just do for free anyway. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that is for y'all, but whatever it is that y'all are already doing for free anyway, it could be your hobby. It could be something that you're already doing simultaneously, and you just can include another person in the service that they'll pay for, whatever. So, like, if some of y'all are young, y'all could do tutoring. If y'all are already studying, if you're like a college student and you're studying, you could literally sign up to be a tutor while you're studying. The other person that you're tutoring, you could teach them their little lesson and whatever, and have them do their homework while you sit there and finish your study. You're just going to multitask at the same time and get paid. If you're going to be at the library studying, that's where a lot of people meet up to go for their tutoring. Help them with their little homework, answer any questions they have while you do your homework if you're a college student. You could even do tutoring online these days. You don't have to leave your house. You say what? Another thing that I've seen is people will buy stuff in bulk, like cups or mugs, and then they'll like decorate them or something, and then sell them for like 3 times as much. You know, like those Etsy stores that have those like cutesy mugs and they use their resin and stuff. I don't know, like, because that's not that expensive and you can write it off on your business. They'll buy a cup for like $5 and be selling it for 100 because of the resin on it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're a corporate lawyer. Okay, I already read that one. You said, but he thinks he's the prize. You're 22 and he's 40. Well, then he must be good looking. So you need to find an ugly 40-year-old man. Sprinkle, sprinkle, or you need to find somebody older. Either you got to be looking like who did it and why, or you got to be a little older. Oh, Homilis, Homilis. You're dark skin and you feel like it's hard. No matter the hairstyle I have, I feel attracted so many people, but I am feminine. Okay. I have seen a lot of beautiful dark skinned women who have been wearing like this really cute hairstyle lately. It's like really coquette and demure, and they're very striking. And like I even break my neck to look because it's so beautiful, right? So they have their hair really long, about maybe to their middle of their back, but it's straight and a more natural texture, but it's straight. You know, I think it's the yaki texture. And they'll have like their hair half up and half down with a little cute white ribbon or bow. And then they'll have on like this cute little coquette outfit or like white or pink. I see everybody breaking their necks looking at those types of girls. I think it's the new trend or the new style that a lot of girls are going to. It's very like coquette looking. And they're using like all light, all pastel colors. Their hair is in a simple style. It's not too much, you know. Their makeup is very feminine and pretty. And then they have this little cute bow and it really makes them look extra feminine. And their beautiful dark skin is like just the added bonus. So it just depends on how you're styling yourself and how your style, your clothing style, and your hairstyle, and your makeup style, that is what attracts people, not your skin color. It's how you present. Yeah, it's like the yaki texture of hair, but it's really straight and flat with like half. I've seen this girl, her hair was like half pulled back and it was straight, like maybe to the middle of her back. It was a very straight. And then she had this really pretty white bow just tied into it. And it was just like, she looked like a princess. She just literally looked like a princess. And so people were breaking their necks looking at her. She was like very beautiful. She, you know, nails really nice, short, maybe like a French manicure, very short, very, very feminine, you know. So I think femininity trumps everything. I will repeat this. Femininity trumps everything. So even if you're ugly as a woman, because I know a lot of women ask me, well, what if I don't look as pretty? And try to be as feminine as you can. Start using more feminine accessories, you know, bows, colors, different colors, maybe a couple of ruffles or like a pleat. Yeah, walking doll, exactly. You don't have to go to the extreme because some people do go to the extreme. You don't have to go to the extreme, but incorporate more feminine accessories and feminine colors and feminine looks into your style instead of trying to, you know, look a certain way, especially if you feel like whatever you're doing is not working. Always go to the feminine and see how it will improve, because I promise you, the same girl could have been looking a whole different way and not gotten anybody breaking their neck. But she chose the correct style for her body type, her skin tone, I believe, and her hair, what looks best on her skin tone and the hair color and texture. She chose very wisely. Okay, so we have to consider all those things. Now, if she would have been wearing a blonde wig with her skin tone being as dark as it was, and maybe some long ratchet nails, that wouldn't have worked for her. It wouldn't have worked. It would have had the opposite effect. So, how she chose to be very demure, that really worked for her. So, you got to find your own personal feminine style that breaks necks. Okay? And you're not going to find it overnight, but you will find it if you keep trying. Just try different looks. See whatever works the best. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What would I wear for classy wear in humid weather other than linen pants? Are you a girl? Try skirts, dresses, maxi dresses. If you're trying to dress up and go somewhere, maybe a maxi dress or maybe a knee-length dress. It depends on how old you are and where you're going to. Nothing super tight. Uh-oh, Jamiroquai. How do you deal with sexist men who think their masculinity is superior to women and want them to do whatever they say, but he don't pay bills, he just likes to show me what he has? Okay. Always compare him to a more masculine man that actually is generous. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Whenever you come and run into a man that thinks like that, find a way to incorporate another person that has more money than him and that treats you better. It can even be a lie. You can be like, oh, my neighbor across the street or my dad's friend who's close to the same age as I am that, works together. He drives a such and such and lives on this side of town, and he's really nice. And, he always asks my opinion, and, he thinks it's, kind of crazy how guys feel like they're this and that. So, it was refreshing talking to him today. But anyway, what were you saying? Always just compare them to someone else and make them look bad by how they behave. Okay, well, no, and don't respond to it. Like literally, if someone expects you to do something, like, oh, you know what, go make me a sandwich, or go clean the kitchen, or make sure this is and that. It's like, act like you didn't even hear them. Say, and they'll be like, well, did you hear what I said? No, I know you weren't talking to me. It had to be somebody else. I was looking around to see who you was talking to because I know it wasn't me. Some of y'all women are just too nice. That's why men talk to y'all like that. Because from the start, if they know you're not about listening to that type of talk, they're not even going to try it. Men are totally different with certain types of women. That man could be like a sexist towards you and get in the room with a woman where he would not even say anything to offend her. So it just depends on what you're taking. A lot of women don't take that. And men know how to operate around certain women. Uh-oh, Yola, sprinkle, sprinkle. How do you tell if he's stingy or just a dusty? Well, if he's not being generous at all, then you're literally wasting your time and it doesn't matter anyway. Because if he's stingy, he might as well be dusty. Get it? Uh-oh, Aaliyah. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If he's stingy, he might as well be dusty because you ain't getting none of his money. So what does it matter? Stingy and dusty are literally the same thing if you're not getting any benefits out of it. If you're using him for status to meet other people that maybe are more generous, then look at it that way. If you're able to get into spaces where you can meet more men with money that are able to give, then maybe that's the only reason you met him. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said men speak with their wallet. Exactly. They want you to hear them. Exactly. And how is a man not paying any bills going to tell you something? If you listen, that's your fault. All right. Yeah, we were addressing, getting the universal bag. Okay. Getting the universal bag, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Whether you need a wig to straighten your hair, to color your hair, to stick extensions in there, or what, get the universal bag and stop being so emotional. Oh, Silver Runner, sprinkle, sprinkle. The woman she lives with chatted me to warn me of habitual cheating. He provides well. Should I tell him she chatted? Should I just let the woman chat me? Girl, just gather all the information, save it up, and use it when you really need it. Because if all you're going to do is go back and forth telling him what this woman is saying, that's going to make him upset. You already know if he does this and he does that. Most guys who probably have money are probably going to be doing that. Focus on you. Where's your bank account going? How's your bank account going to look at 5 years from now? Get the money. Stop caring what he's doing. You're there for the money, not him, because he's obviously not there for you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The faster y'all learn this, the better off you'll be. If you're dealing with a man who's doing all those things, they're not there for you. Just like you shouldn't be there for them. They're there for whatever you're making them look like, and if you're sleeping with them. Just like you should only be there for their money, because they're not even there for you. Okay? Don't worry about it. Who cares? Get the money. And when you're done with him, your bank account is going to thank you later. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because he ain't even there for you anyway. He's there for the wrong reason, just like you are. So use what you know and stay right there and don't get emotional. Because if this man is rich and he can cheat habitually and he can afford to cheat habitually on you and he can do whatever he wants, do you think he thinks you're special? Probably not. Just collect his money, man. That's all you're there for. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hey, Goddess Wild Red. How you doing? Okay. I'm getting ready to go in a few. So you said this rich dude told you seemed independent and unbothered woman, meaning it means you haven't asked him for anything yet. Or he's trying to tell you what you're going to be so you don't ask him for anything, so you'd be ashamed to ask him. So my response would have been something like this. Oh, I only appear that way. I'm going to be asking you for lots of gifts. It's like, oh, I only appear that way. It's so funny, but I'm so glad I met a provider type. Switch it back around on them. They trying to tell you that you're independent, you don't need me, but all you're going to do is like, you know what? I'm so glad you understand. I've been waiting so long to meet a provider. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or you can say, oh, I'm so glad that you understand now that I finally met a provider. Now I can take a break. Oh, Maya, sprinkle, sprinkle. That's what you need to say. Oh, I'm so glad I met you and you're a provider. I can now take a break. There you go. Now he know what he got to do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said men curses. Who you mean Dusties? They don't count. We don't count them as men, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Nobody even listens to them. Their opinion is irrelevant. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. If their opinion mattered, don't you think they'd be somewhere by now? Exactly. So we don't care. Their opinion doesn't matter. Their words are frivolous. They don't have anything to back up what they're saying. They're broke, so who cares? Um, how to deal with men who always brings other women up. Just focus on the money, man. Who cares about what they're bringing up? If you're not there for their money, then of course you're going to feel some sort of way when they keep bringing up women. They're trying to make themselves look better for you. Otherwise, they wouldn't be bringing up other women. You know, if they're not trying to look a certain way in front of you, they're not going to bring up other women. If they're trying to look like they have options and choices to make you do more than what you're already doing, then great. If they know you're not going anywhere, whether they talk about other women or not, because you're there for the money, then who cares? Are you there for him or are you there for his money? Because I don't care. He might be talking about other women, but I don't have to talk about the other men. Okay? At least you know he ain't gonna never know if you don't say nothing. If you're talking about other men to yourself and not to him, you're still reaping the benefits of dating somebody with money, being able to date other men, and still do what you got to do. Uh-oh, Lightbo, what about a man who runs out of money? How do you dump him in a nice way, saying you're dumping him because he's broke? Come up with a big fake thing that he needs to help you with financially. And if he can't be there for you, you don't know why you're together. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can start distancing yourself and he'll start distancing himself if he can't help you financially. So you need to come up with a fake big thing so he can start distancing himself. Oh, Aaliyah, sprinkle, sprinkle. You're a housekeeper on a cruise ship trying to see how to go about getting the captain. He talks to me often and thinks I'm pretty. Not sure how to flirt with older white man as a black 21-year-old. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. First of all, I would try to get a better position on the ship if you can. If not, you need to make plans off the ship. Like start making plans when y'all get off the ship. So on and so forth. You said it's in the entire package: clothes, hair, attitude, class. Do you have all? Yeah, good skin. Like you got to be well taken care of. Like everything has to be like. Let me tell y'all a secret. When you go to okay, I've been around lots of different types of people: rich people, poor people, broke people. When you go to different types of places, you can tell who's got money and who's broke by how well they take care of themselves, by how they maintain their skin, their nails, their hair, their clothing, what type of jewelry they're wearing. You can totally tell like what financial class someone is in. So if you want to be taken seriously and if you're going to be hanging out on the rich side of town, you have to be super well put together and polished. You know what I'm saying? Because people can tell. You can't go out there looking like who did it and why. So you got to make sure you're very polished. And the fastest way to look more polished is very good skincare and take care of your hands, your nails, because those are the fastest giveaways with women. And your clothing, you have to be it has to be like effortlessly chic. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Did somebody send me Cash App? Hold on. I'm reading some of the comments. Uh-oh, hold on. Okay, Tinde, Maya, and Kiara. Hold on. Let's see if I answered y'all's questions. I read it. Let me look. Okay. Got your first diamond earrings today. Thank you. Okay, Tinde, sprinkle. Or Tindaya, I can't pronounce. Maya says let me see. Maya says, hi, Sheer, I love your channel. What should I wear to shop in a rich area? Want to look grown, but not like I'm trying too hard. I would always say something very casually, effortlessly chic. So slacks or a nice skirt or a maxi dress that looks well put together, nothing too tight. Um, Maybe of a neutral color or a feminine color. Don't do a bunch of patterns. If you have your toes done in a, a demure color, maybe some cute sandals. If not, put some flats on. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Depends on how old you are to dress age appropriate. For sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Kira. All right. Um, okay, men stop you, but do they wife you? Okay, so you said men stop you and admire your natural hair, but do they wife you? Do they give you keys to the house? Are you getting on the deed? There's lots of different, like you can get noticed and people can take an interest in what you look like, but are you securing the bag? That's a lot of people don't realize this. Attention is not the same thing as securing a bag. Attention is not the same thing as securing a bag. Okay. Because anybody can be curious, but are they going to put their last name next to your first name and give you a ring and give you the deed? Or are they going to pay for your lifestyle? They're going to put you on an allowance. Are you getting more? Because people can say and look at you all day, but are you benefiting from it? See, a lot, you said drag queens get attention. Attention doesn't count for money. If it leads to the money, then it counts. So the type of attention that you're getting is, if it's not leading to money, then maybe you should try a different approach or a different look. Okay. Okay. You said advice for husbands that sometimes stay out late at work without telling me to drink with coworkers, and you're at home with a baby, he pays for everything. Well, when your baby goes to school, then you can be out, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Think about that. You have all this time to level up. And as soon as that baby get into kindergarten, go do what you got to do, man. Take this time and use it wisely. Okay. All right. You said you better be out, man. Exactly. You could be using this time to level up, work out, get your wardrobe together, get your makeup skills up to par, learn, watch the video. By the time your kid, like in a couple of years, when your kid is ready to enroll and they're in there for 8 hours a day and you got 8 hours to do with what you want, girl, you could make up for lost time while he's at work. And by the time you get home, he's not even going to be home yet. So your alibi is covered, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What do I think about sneakers with a dress? Depends on what you're doing and what kind of sneakers they are, and it just depends on how old you are. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it depends on what it's looking like, because there's sometimes when it can look okay if you're just casually running errands, but I try to, like, for my age, I try to wear age appropriate things versus if you're working out, yeah, you can wear sneakers, but like casual sneakers, sometimes if you're wearing like a sweatsuit and it's cold, it's fall or winter, you're just running errands. But with a dress, I have to see it first to answer that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How do you notice love bombing? Well, if you're used to getting love bombed, then it's not really going to have the effect that it has on you. So if they're doing too much too fast, saying too much too soon, that's love bombing. Oh, I love you. I can't live without you. You're so beautiful. I'm the luckiest guy in the world. You make my heart beat. I'm so glad I met you. You're the perfect woman. Da, 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 and y'all just met. I'm like, see, it wouldn't work on someone who's already like really self-assured because they'll say, well, that's how you're supposed to feel. Oh, Angel, Jane, Sprinkle Sprinkle, your baby, your birthday is 5 months ago. And I want those heels from my boyfriend, but still nothing now. I buy it and protest it, and now he's mad. What should I do? I want cash. You should go out and find another man that can give you some cash, man. Put them shoes on and go somewhere else. Okay, if you got to beg and plead your boyfriend to do the bare minimum for you, then why are you there? Okay, go get. You don't have to break up with him. Just get another man to buy you the shoes or to give you some cash. Y'all are too committed to men who are not going to do the most for you. Y'all are committed to men who won't do the bare minimum. So just let that sink in. Okay. Nobody wants to be committed to the bare minimum. Yeah, it just depends. I have to see the outfit. If it's looking cute and demure and classy, sneakers with a dress may work in certain cases. It's comfortable and necessary, of course. Okay. Uh-oh, Mikul? Did I say that right? The more I don't care about men, the more I level down. You gained your weight. Oh my goodness. How do I get back on track again? Do you have any? Yeah. Get you some Ozempic. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or whatever those shots are in the med spa, the weight loss shots. Okay. Try to keep heels in your bag. It's safe. Better safe than sorry. True. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. So y'all keep asking me the same question. Men like women who like themselves. Just get your money from them. Okay. Know your target. Know your target. Be able to catch anything that you can when you want it. Know your target. Be able to attract anybody with all your options and tools that you have in your beauty arsenal. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Should you get married right away? For what? Is he a millionaire? That's the only way I'm rushing to the altar. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, espadrilles are cute, feminine. So, yeah. I've gotten too skinny and confidence tips or wardrobe ideas for skinny. How do you get too skinnier? That ain't no such thing. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just wear clothes that flatter your body type. Okay. Someone says go jogging every day. Tips on what? I'm just gonna tell y'all, do it the easiest way. That's what I'm gonna do. You asking the wrong person if you're trying to get some miracle. I'm just gonna say take the easiest route. That's what it's for, right? It wouldn't have been created. Take the easiest route. You said spandex looks horrible on small weight. Okay, I don't know. Somebody said eat. I don't know. Oh, D loves sprinkle sprinkle. Well, skinnier than I usually was. Okay. I don't know what you look like, man, but maybe you need to appeal to men that like skinny women. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Y'all asking me questions about y'all's looks and I can't see y'all picture. Do what works best for you. Now, how did you get that skinny? The people that want to lose weight want to know. So why don't y'all just trade advices? The skinny people tell them the people that need to lose weight how to stay skinny or get skinny. There you go. Everybody's problem could be solved in the comments. There you go. Share some tips. All right, there you go. Okay, you live in a golf course community where homes are up to the millions in South Carolina, and people like the thinner women. Okay, yeah, yeah. It depends on where you are. Like every place is different. Every type of area and environment, people are going to be attracted to different things. So get in where you fit in, because not everybody's going to ever be like a super skinny person if their body isn't built to be that way. So know where you're appreciated and go there. Okay. You said the obsession with skinny is crazy. It used to be way worse in the 90s, y'all. It's barely even here today, but in the 90s, if you were like a size 10 or 12, you were like considered obese. They didn't even hardly make stretch jeans. You had to. That's a reason why so many of the fashions today are stretched, because now they're catering to the curvier women. But in the 90s, they did not. Tips for freestyling, like how to have a combo. Be confident and let them talk more. Just gather information. Let them talk more. Remain mysterious. Give them a little bit here and there. Smile. Give them a little compliment after they've impressed you a couple of times. But it's very easy. You just let them do most of the talking. So yeah, like back in the 90s, if you were a 10 and up, you was considered fat, obese. There was no body positivity in the 90s. If your butt couldn't fit in a pair of a certain type of jeans, you had to wear sweatpants or leggings. Then that's when they started wearing the baggy jeans so that they could cinch the waist, and the baggy style of jean would then fit over the butt and the thighs. So like a lot of the hip hop style for women, like especially during the 90s when they had like the oversized jeans cinched with the belt that were like, that's because they didn't make clothes for women with big booties or thighs or hips. Zero stretch, man. And they only went up to certain sizes. They didn't have inclusive sizes. You go to a department store, the jeans would literally go up to a size 12. And if you were looking for a 14, you got to go to the plus size section, and it's not the same brand. Barely. Only some brands went up to like a 14. So an American size. So back then, if you couldn't fit it, you couldn't wear it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So you said low rise. Yeah, you couldn't have no booty to wear them low rise jeans. You had to be skinty. Oh, okay. Cruise ship worker. Okay? You got braids. Should I keep this in or wear my real hair? It's similar to your type. Don't want to get straight hair. I don't know. I would try both and see which one is going to attract more, if that's what you're trying to do, attract. It just depends. What type of man are you looking for? That's the type of hair you need then. Whatever type of man you're trying to attract, what they're attracted to more, that's what you do. Thanks for the donation, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Thank you for the earlier answer. You're 24, should go freestyling Labor Day or there will be too many family. Girl, everybody gonna be out. Go somewhere maybe early during the day instead of closer to the afternoon or the evening, because then that's when everybody will be out. So try to go earlier. Thank you. I gotta go in a few minutes though. Okay. So go for what gets the universal appeal and the universal money as far as your looks are concerned. Okay. Think of all the big time people that go for universal appeal so that they can get more. And that's what we need to start implementing if we want more too. Because a lot of times people, like I said earlier in the video, will get their emotions in the way and they won't be able to get their bag. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So y'all need to know what y'all want first and foremost. You need to write it down. Get your Sprinkle Sprinkle journal, your Sprinkle Sprinkle notebook, whatever. And write down what kind of man you want. You already know what kind of man you want. Then you need to find out what's universally appealing to that type of man. And then either you become it, or you find, if it's too hard to become that, then you find the type of man that finds you universally appealing. And then you go use that person as the target. So there's lots of different rich types of men. You can't just say rich man. You have to say what type of rich man. Okay. So what type of rich man do you want? How old are they? What type of business are they in? Are they going to have to take you to functions where you have to, dress in evening gowns and meet, their colleagues or investors? Like, what type of man do you want? You got to get specific, So where are you going to be comfortable going with this man? By how you look. Are you going to feel insecure or some type of way if he brings you around his friends, coworkers, and their wives? What are you going to fit into his world? So once you realize that, that's what you need to get into. And that's what you need to target. That's what you need to look like to attract what you're trying to target. It's that simple. So you need to write it down. So a rich man, how? How is he rich? Is he rich through old money? Is he rich through his career? Is he rich through family money? Is he social? Is he a socialite? Is he going to have to take you a lot of places? Is he a private person? Is he not a people person? Is he more private? What type of man do you want? Oh, McCule, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. I'm turning 25, never had a boyfriend, never had. Okay, you want to start dating, but what should I tell men that ask about it? You lie. You just lie and tell me you had a boyfriend. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Make up one, write them down, because it's more believable that you've had a boyfriend than that you haven't had a boyfriend. You get it? So even your lie is going to be more believable than your truth. So go ahead and just lie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Honestly, they'll probably believe your lie faster than they'll believe that truth about you never having a boyfriend and being 25. You said, why lie? I thought men like pure women. No, they like the idea of pure women. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And it depends on what culture you're at too. You're talking to. Like in America, they don't care about that kind of stuff. In different cultures and religions, oh yeah, you gotta be like, oh, I'm pure and demure. But in America, in some parts of Europe, they don't care about that stuff. You said you told him to pay your rent, and he said I should ask others and send him the amount to pay. What? Girl, that would be the last time we spoke. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Can someone financially stable still drive Uber? If that's their second stream of income or one of their streams of income, perhaps. Maybe they're saving up, trying to invest and do better. I'm not sure, but that can't be the only income that they have, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And the other one needs to be much bigger. Unless they have like a Google luxury, like not Google, unless they have a Uber Black, which is a luxury vehicle that they're literally using that money to pay for itself, and they hire a driver. Okay. You say you stay lying? You're a different person every time you meet someone? Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you're 27, men approach you and say you're a beautiful, smart woman, but it never goes past that. Okay, well, maybe you're not interesting enough for them to go past that. Okay, sometimes you got to be more interesting. Okay. It always went past that for me, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So you got to be more interesting, more mysterious, whatever. You said one of your coworkers drives Uber Black part-time and he stayed buying his girl designer bags. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. A lot of people are going to end up with providers because they have several streams of income. Hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What the heck? I just got offered 2 free luxury services. Wow. I don't know how to respond. I got offered a free hydrofacial and lips, or just at least facial, and a free party bus, limo bus. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, Bria, sprinkle, sprinkle. Do you think working husband should help out with baby? If you can't afford a nanny, of course. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do you think it's possible to make a man that said he doesn't want it? No, why would you want a man who doesn't want to commit to you? That's dumb on your part, man. That's like this. Pretend the man right here. What? You don't want to commit to me? You'll never commit to me? Okay, well, I'm going to figure out how to make you commit to me. That man don't want you, man. I promise you. If he said those words to you, stop being a pygmy and listen. He said, I don't want to commit to you. You are not the one. So listen to him and go find another one. Because I promise you, I would never try to make a man who did not want to commit to me naturally commit to me, because I don't want that. He don't want that. He don't even want you. So y'all are going to be miserable in the first place because he don't even want you. And you don't even love yourself enough to realize that he don't want you. So y'all are going to be in a bad trash relationship because he just told you out his own mouth he don't want you and you're not listening. You need to go find a man that likes you 10 times more. Who's going to give you 10 times more. You can't make a man commit to you when he just told you he don't want you. I promise you. And women that think like this, And I'm not saying anything bad, but you might be young and don't know any better. Listen to what they're telling you. They don't want you. And don't get mad later on when they tell you straight up because you won't listen in the first place. Don't be mad later on when they said, I told you I didn't want you. Don't be mad later when they say, I told you I don't want no commitment from you. Don't be mad when they tell you I'm dating other people because we are not in a committed relationship. Stop getting mad because they told you from the start. You just didn't listen. And you keep trying to find ways around it when that man out of his own mouth told you, I don't want you. I'll use you, but I don't want you. That's what he just told you. I'll use you as long as you allow me to use you, but I don't want you. I don't want a commitment with you. I don't want an answer to you. You're not worth it to me. I'm waiting for somebody better. That's what they're telling you. And it's up to you to hear it or not. Okay? So you don't make a man commit to you because he don't like you. And why would you want a man who doesn't even like you? That's the question. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-mm-mm. You said a man only got to tell you once. Okay, Jasmine, sprinkle, sprinkle, because you just got to act like it. And you don't even have to tell me. I just need to, if you acting like you're not the type to do what I need you to do, we're never talking again. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I said, I'll tell her in a heartbeat she ain't the one. What to wear when you walk your dog in nice places? Athleisure. Athleisure. Nice athleisure. You know, you can get some really good deals on athletic wear or athleisure and the clearance department and like fancy department stores, like the end of season sale. Because like athletic wear doesn't go out of style, but you can get the nice brands for like 80% off. You could get like cute athleisure wear, name brand. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. For walking your dog. Or you can get your sprinkle, sprinkle merch, but you know, athleisure wear is your go-to. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Someone said Shein. You can shop wherever you want, man. I'm just saying you can get cute name brand athleisure wear at the end of the season sale. You can shop at Shein all you want. Maybe you can mix and match. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You know, a lot of people are still shopping at these stores that people are so against. There are a lot of people are still in the drive-through of these places of people that are so against because their line be long as I don't know what, ship and be backed up. So a lot of people that are lying are out there lying. A lot of people out there lying by not supporting certain stores and places, okay? Because them lines is longer than ever. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Them shipping backed up longer than ever. Some of y'all out here lying. You said shopping at Shein carries moral karma since they use sweat. Girl, everybody use a sweatshop. Let me tell y'all something. Come on, y'all, Gen Z. So you want somebody to be unemployed, getting $0 versus whatever they're getting? My daughter said this, y'all. So let's just say they're underpaying people that work at Walmart. So now what have they done? They've replaced those workers with computers and self-checkout. And now those people have no job. Just letting you know. So you want to take away business from people that actually need a job. They might not be used to working in the conditions that Americans are working, or they may not be used to working in the conditions that You are used to working, but that doesn't mean they don't need that money. You get it? That doesn't mean they don't need that money. You might be thinking you're doing the right thing, and all they know is that they have to work to get paid. They don't live by American standards. Okay? They're trying to get this money. They're very overpopulated in certain places, and they need money. Period. They're not going to all of a sudden change the laws to be like America. So what I'm telling you is y'all are caring too much about something that does not even affect too much, because they're going to continue to do it anyway. Y'all aren't going to put people out of business. And y'all see what happened when they started talking trash about how they don't get paid at Walmart. You see what they did. They said, okay, well, we don't need you no more then. We got these computers. We got AI and self-checkout. Goodbye. And they say anyway, by 2035 to 2050, most jobs that people literally that are clocking in, manual jobs, are going to be gone anyway. So y'all better find a way to get some more money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said Gen Z will always fall for social justice issues and activism. Exactly. And then 2 months later, they don't care about it. That's the silliest thing. I know people are young and they're supposed to pretend to care. But in 10 years from now, y'all ain't gonna care still. So it doesn't even matter. Everything is. And 10 years from now, you're gonna wake up and say, that must have been because I bought that Shein shirt. No, you're not. So I'm saying y'all are ridiculous, some of y'all. How do I go on dates with your husband in a semi-retired, work from home? He's 100% provider, but why not put away more money? How do I go on dates? Okay, go on dates with other men. Thank you. TL, sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Duh. If you trying to save money, he can't afford to take you out on dates, go out with somebody else. They can afford it, man. All right. If he can't afford to take you out on dates, go out with others. Just tell him you're going to somewhere that he don't want to go. He'll be all right. Okay. So yeah, some of y'all are too consciously moral, and it's not beneficial to you at all. It's just not. Now, everybody has their own sets of morals and standards, and that's perfectly fine. But literally in 10 years from now, you're not going to remember what you was talking about, what you was standing for, and you're not going to connect anything to buying a shirt off Shein, I promise you. But if that's what you believe today, then keep going. Okay, reread the question. How do I go on dates? Okay, let me reread it. Now I see what you're saying. You just tell them you're going somewhere else, man. Lie. That's the answer to everything. Tell them you're going somewhere else, lie, and go out where you do what you got to do. Okay. All right. You said way too consciously moral. It's a girl thing, naive. Yeah. People just hop on the latest trend to be socially moral so that people won't talk trash about them. I have seen major influencers still doing Shein hauls because they're getting paid. I've seen lots of social influencers still shopping at Shein because they're getting paid. And 10 years from now, nobody's going to care. But that video is still going to make money. That store is still going to be making money. And a lot of people don't realize that's not your job. If you're not going to go there specifically to shut down the shops, give those people shelter in a home, donate all your money to them, tell them they don't need to work there and they don't need to have a job and you'll pay for their lifestyle, then what are you really doing? All you're doing is taking food out of their mouth. Uh-oh, Natalie, sprinkle, sprinkle. So if you like, I don't hop on bandwagons just because everyone else is hopping on it. I sit and literally think about it from different perspectives. And that's why a lot of people, you know, don't even really think anymore. They just do what they're told. Oh, D Love, Sprinkle Sprinkle. A guy I left at a bar from my friend was upset with me. Okay, a guy I left at a bar for your friend was upset with you. Now he wants to see me again, but this time on his place. I think he wants. Okay, never meet a man at his place. He haven't even taken you out to a real date yet. Go up, you know, nothing. What are you doing? Have some self pride and make that man take you out on a real date. Get dressed up, go out, impress you, all that type of stuff, you know. What is your opinion on a man saying that women shouldn't get an education? If he got about $1 million to put in your bank account, then you should agree with him and then take that money and flip it and get paid. But, you know, unless he's giving you money, then he can't be talking. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If he's not freeing you financially, then he can't tell you what you can and can't or not supposed to do. And even if he does free you, he still can't tell you nothing. Either he gonna do it or he ain't. Shira, oh my God. Plus, move on from the social topic and answer our question. I don't know what question it was. There's so many people asking questions. I just answer the ones that look appealing to me. How to overcome self-sabotaging beliefs by changing your perspective. Sprinkle, sprinkle. See it from a different perspective. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, D-Love, but he's upset that our first outing at the bar, I left him. So I'm asking, should I even give him? Girl, I'm not getting ready to deal with no man who's upset unless they spending money to ask for forgiveness. Like, why do y'all keep taking the blame for these guys? If you met him, he's mad for you leaving, just tell him it was an emergency or whatever. Otherwise, y'all sound young anyway, girl. Does he even have money? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm not getting ready to deal with no man that ain't got no money. So if he's not about to spend no money, not trying to take you on a real date. I mean, you were at a bar. That's not a date. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I bet you if you were on a real date, nobody could have taken you away. Think about it. You're in a bar. You're in a place full of distractions, full of potential, full of men who are friends or whoever. If you were on a one-on-one date in a real place at a restaurant sitting down, you couldn't have been taken away. So first of all, that man didn't even find you decent enough to take you on a real date. And now he wants to take you back to his apartment. Next, go on a real date. Tell him you can take me on a real date and maybe we won't have no distractions. So give him another chance to take you on a real date where there's nobody that can take you away. Okay. Oh, pretty honey, sprinkle, sprinkle. What do you think about Kirk and Rashida? I don't even know who that is, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Who are they? Weirdos, even Shira a weirdo. What? He canceled our date and pretended that I wanted to cancel it. What should I do? Listen to him and go find another one. He don't want you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all need to start like reading between the lines. When men start acting stupid, they don't want you no more. When they trying to cancel dates and say you canceled it, they don't even want to date you, period. Just move on. They don't want you, I promise you. Next. How do you stop feeling uncomfortable in rich areas? By looking the part. And going there often. Then it'll just be normal. Okay, you said it's a Pygmisha married to a Dusty. Why would I be watching that? Girl, I don't know who those people are. You said, you said they advertise Love and Hip Hop on my channel. That's because they know there's some people using the the subscribers, but I don't watch it. Yo, I don't have to, like, the last time I watched Love and Hip Hop is when Cardi B was on there. That's the last time I watched that. That's a long time ago. And I literally only watched 2 episodes. Okay. Let's see. You said you feel okay. Let me try. Okay, but he's upset that our first outing is at a bar. I left him asking. Okay, the man didn't take you out on a real date. Who else is asking? I answered all these questions. Okay, I answered all the questions, man. At least the ones that showed up. You said you need friends that will hold you accountable for your looks and working out. Anybody in the comments? That's a good idea. Thank you, Christina. Should I do happy hour on a Friday? For what? Honestly, if it's next to a nice building, if the happy hour place is next to a nice office building where lots of rich guys have businesses or work, maybe. But you're getting ready to get into the off work crowd in the evening, on the weekend. It could also be date night. So I mean, you could still go and see what happens, but it's not going to be optimum, pickings. How do you feel about women dating married men? I don't care as long as they're getting their bag. See, there's always going to be married men out there trying to date women anyway. And people always tend to blame the woman when the man is the one that's actually married out there looking for more. So why should a woman pass up whatever a man is offering her if he doesn't even want to be in the marriage that he's in, or if he doesn't even respect it? Because all he's going to do is give that money to a whole nother woman. Y'all never look at the man. It's always the woman's fault. Even though that man took vows and that woman is not doing nothing but minding her business, y'all need to take a different approach, because that also shows that, you're not thinking. If that married man is out looking to give money to a woman or date another woman outside of his marriage, what do you think of married men that go out looking for women? Sprinkle, sprinkle. And then the same person or the same type of person will turn around and ask me, do you really think all men cheat? It seems like y'all would have put it together by now. Okay? It seems like y'all would have put 1 + 2 together. They never asked her how you feel about married men dating outside the marriage. Exactly. And then they always say, well, do you think all men cheat? Well, what do you think about women who date married men? I think it all goes together. And if you add 1 + 2, you're going to get 3. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. He said, do you think all men cheat is a wild question in 2024? It sure is. That's why you don't go 50-50, giving him extra money to spend on other women. That's right, ma'am. I feel that any man who has the uh, uh, bravery to step out of his marriage and give another woman money, you need to ask him that question. Hmm. You said half the men on dating sites are married or in a relationship. Exactly. That's why you don't. That's why you don't marry or get in a relationship for fidelity or love. You get in it for benefits, ma'am, because you don't know. Married men give more money. They sure do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. And some of them won't even tell you they married. They'll just be very secretive, and you'll figure it out, but you'll still get the money for it. Like, yeah, I know you probably married, but you're not gonna tell them, so you can get money. Or if you find out, you can get even more money if they want to keep you. So it works either way. Um, Sprinkle, sprinkle. They pay for your silence. Yeah, I've dated several married men back in my day. Lots. And they're still married today, except for one. Because I took him, yeah. Or he chose to be with me. They were legally separated, though. All the other ones. They were happily married, still cheating, still giving me money. Honestly, you know, they were going to do it with somebody anyway. They were going to be cheating with someone anyway. Why not let it be me and me reap the benefits from it? How do I deal with getting bullied by friends and family for going for older, richer men? Stop caring what they think. Eh, Own up to it. Say, yeah, and I like money. You're always dating older, rich. You only want to date old, rich men. Of course. You think I'm going to date young joke dusties? Just own it, man. Just own it and be proud of it, and then they can't bully you for it. Once you own something and are proud of it, you can't be bullied for it no more. Because what are they going to say? Whatever you're agreeing with. Okay, yeah, I like old men with money, and that's my preference. I like being taken care of. I like being spoiled. I don't like working, so. Oh, Amy, your provider narc husband got angry that you started a business. He threw a tantrum and then I threw him out. He is begging to come back. What to do? First of all, that's not any of his business. Second of all, if he's not coming back with apologies and money to help you with your business, not an investor, but a gift for your business, he can't come back. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You make him buy a gift for your business, then maybe y'all can talk. Big gift, ma'am. Security deposit, exactly. What you need for your business, ma'am. Tell him either pay for it or keep away. All right, y'all. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He said they only come back for revenge. Remember that? Exactly. So make them invest in your business. Something like when a man invests, not literally invest, but when he gives you a big gift towards your business, he's less likely to want to mess it up because he's actually giving money towards it. So you got to make him pay something major towards your business. All right. All right, then. But none of his name is connected to it. Okay. All right. I'm going to see y'all later. Thank you, everybody who donated. I appreciate you guys. And remember, this is not a hair channel. Wear the hair that gets you the universal bag. And I don't really care because I've already had my bag for 20 years. And I could do what I want. I'm married. I got 2 kids. Been had a bag for 20 years. I'm telling y'all what works quick, fast, and in a hurry and universally. If you don't believe it, rewind the video and watch from the beginning. I made a lot of points. A lot of people understood the psychology and the subconscious, aspect to everything that has to do with being triggered by hair. I'm just trying to get y'all the bag. Don't be upset at the messenger. All right. I'll see y'all in the next one.